Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I came here to take a walk at Carbarn Park right after my doctor's appointment, and I received a lot of positive messages about my birth experience. So thank you so much for sending me those messages, and I really hope you guys have a positive experience when you are doing it yourselves. I wanted to talk about postpartum and recovery today and how it's going for me. Currently, I am 7 weeks postpartum, and I would say that postpartum has been pretty difficult to navigate in the first place. We didn't know a lot of things, which we figured right after we gave birth. And one of the things which I didn't know at all was if a baby is early, which in our case Fawaz was born at 37 weeks, they make you go through all these different type of tests, and you have a lot more doctor appointments to deal with, especially in your first week of postpartum, which can be really stressful for moms, and it was really stressful for me. So just because Fawaz was born at 37 weeks, he was born a little bit on the smaller size. He was 2.54 kgs, which is normal for Asian babies, but here the Canadian baby's average weight is 3 kgs and above. So they did check his blood sugar level every 3 hours in the hospital, and how they did that was they did heel poking, and which was a little bit difficult to see because you wouldn't like to see your newborn baby being poked every 3 hours. Thankfully, his blood sugar level was normal till the time we were in the hospital, and when we were discharged, we were told that the public health nurse would be visiting us the next day. Now, what happens was the nurse actually comes to your house to see how you're doing and would give you tips on how to navigate through new mom life. But since we are in, they made us go to the clinic, and it was a mandatory visit. It was the next day, and I couldn't avoid it even if I wanted to. So I remember I had a meltdown. My postpartum anxiety was at an all-time high, and I had a meltdown because just before going to the doctor's appointment, I was feeding Fawaz, and then he started being gassy, and I didn't know how to react to that. So I cried all the way from home to the clinic. And right when I entered the clinic, they were telling me that my husband is not allowed, and I had a meltdown over there. And then the public health nurse did allow Kazi to be in the appointment, and it really helped me a lot. In that appointment, she subtly checked if we knew how to do things. Like, she saw how we were feeding. We had to feed Fawaz in front of her. We had to check diapers in front of her. She even did a weight check. So normally your baby loses weight just after they are born. So he did lose a little bit of weight, but his jaundice was high. So I kid you not, she took a tub of blood from his feet, and that was really painful to watch. And his jaundice wasn't that high that he would be admitted to the hospital for phototherapy, but she did tell us to come back the next day again, and the whole procedure will be repeated, just because his jaundice level was not going low and he did lose a little bit of weight. Now, she gave us tips at that day to feed him in shorter intervals, and to wake him up every 2 hours and to feed him. So that's what we did when we went back home that day. And again, the next day we had to go to the same appointment, but this time I was doing a little bit better, so she only allowed me and the baby, and she didn't allow Kazi to come in. But again, when we went in the appointment, she saw that his jaundice level was still not coming down, and she made us again take the blood. So she took the tub of blood again, and that it was so stressful to see. He lost a bit more weight than what he did the previous day. And then she tells me that what she meant was to do bigger feedings at longer intervals and to let him sleep through so that he can gain weight. She wasn't clear about this in the beginning, or else we didn't have to do so many appointments. So I remember when I went home that day, I was super stressed and I had anxiety. I couldn't sleep the whole night, and I remember I was staring at his bassinet and just had a couple hours of sleep the whole night. And we did exactly that. We did give him bigger feedings in longer intervals. Oh, that must be Fawaz. Just wait, I'm gonna tend to him. Sorry guys, had to tend to Fawaz. He did wake up from his nap, so we had to start walking so that he can fall back asleep. But like I was saying, I was really stressed out that night and really worried. But the next day when we went back, thankfully he did start gaining weight and his jaundice level went down, so we didn't have to repeat the same thing again. And that's how our first week of appointment went. We were really sleep deprived, and since you guys know that we have no one other than the two of us managing through the whole thing, it was the hardest week we have dealt with. And I would be starving, but my friend was kind enough to send us food over here, so we didn't starve. So thankful for that. And the next couple of weeks went in more doctor appointments where we had to go to different doctors specifically for doing breastfeeding. I had to check out a lot of different lactation consultants, and after going to a few lactation consultants, I decided in the end that I was going to exclusively pump and supplement formula. Since Fawaz was born on the smaller end, he wasn't latching properly, which was a little bit stressful for me because I was trying to get him to do exclusive breastfeeding. But in the end, I have decided for my mental health that I would be exclusively pumping and will be supplementing the remaining with formula. In that way, I can sleep a stretch of 5 hours throughout the night, and Kazi can help me out with the feedings. I don't understand the pressure moms have to go through about this whole breastfeeding thing, so it really depends on us and how we want. Although breast might be best, fed is more important, and fed is the best thing for your baby. So that's what I've decided to go with, and my mental health has relatively gotten better, and my anxiety has also decreased once I've really let go the idea of exclusively breastfeeding. We also did circumcision for Fawaz. If you've been following me on Instagram, you saw my stories. I was super stressed out because newborn circumcision over here is done less than 10 pounds, and it's a cosmetic surgery. It's not covered under the healthcare, so you have to pay it out of your pocket. It costed us $350. But thankfully he did recover within 5 days, and he was a little fussy the first couple days, but then he got better and he did recover from that. So I would say that this whole thing is a steep learning curve. We've been really learning so much in this 4th trimester, and they are so right when they say that 4th trimester is the hardest, because you don't really know how your newborn is going to act, and you're thrown into all these different scenarios, and you just have to find out what works best for you and your family. So far I am 7 weeks postpartum, like I mentioned, and we are doing better and better as the weeks are going by. We have somewhat of a schedule, but right now due to Ramadan again, the schedule is varying. We have decided to let him take in charge of the schedule, and we are just going with the flow. Whatever schedule works for him is what's working for us, and that's how so far it's going. I am hoping that it gets better and we can get some more sleep in the months to come. If you guys have any suggestions for me, please do let me know in the comments below about how to navigate through this whole thing. And it is true when they say that the days are long but the years are short, because if you see Fawaz in the beginning, I'm gonna attach a picture and I'm gonna show you a current picture of him. That's him. We did a weigh-in today and he is 4.7 kgs. It's been 7 weeks, but I feel like he's been growing up so fast from the initial 2.54 kgs. So it's been an absolute delight to be a part of this journey, and I really hope that I get to enjoy more of the firsts, and I'm super blessed that I am really experiencing this motherhood. So I'm gonna end this video over here today. Thank you so much guys for tuning in. I will be doing the Eid vlog next. So stay tuned for that. If you have liked my video today, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hope to see you guys in my next video real soon. Till then, bye!